I secured my own home after the world turned its back on me. Now my sister, ex-wife, and parents are outraged, but I refuse to let them cross the threshold. 3 years ago, I was married to Elena. She thought my $65,000 salary as a heavy machinery mechanic made me a loser. She would constantly scroll through real estate apps not to inspire us, but to remind me of my inadequacy. She'd shove her phone in my face and say, "Look at this master bath. Jessica's husband just bought her a place with a wraparound porch, but I guess I'm stuck settling for less." I worked overtime, took on side gigs on weekends, and even sold my vintage truck to save for a down payment. It was never enough. The breaking point came when I surprised her with a cruise I'd been scraping money together for. She spent the entire time texting Mark, a guy from her spin class. When we got back, I walked in to find them together in our living room, completely shameless. "You're always working anyway," Elena said coldly. "Mark actually appreciates me." The divorce was brutal. She tried to claim alimony, arguing she had stiffed her potential to support my career. What career support? She worked part-time at a floral shop. But the real betrayal came from my sister, Sarah. We had been inseparable our whole lives. I had tutored her kids, fixed her plumbing for free, and bailed her out of debt twice. "Elena told me everything," Sarah said. "You never bought her nice things. Maybe if you stepped up as a provider, she wouldn't have looked elsewhere." My own sister blamed me for my wife's infidelity. My parents were just as bad. "Marriage is a partnership," my mom preached. "It takes two to destroy a home. You probably neglected her emotionally." That was the moment I realized I was truly alone. I liquidated my assets and took a contract job on a deep-sea drilling platform off the coast of Alaska. It was 18 months of absolute misery. Shifts lasted 14 hours in sub-zero winds, and I shared a cramped bunk with three guys who smelled like diesel and sweat. But the pay was astronomical. I was clearing over $130,000 a year with zero expenses. I ate canned food, worked, slept, and saved every single cent. When I returned to the mainland, I had nearly $220,000 in cash and a credit score that was practically perfect. I started looking at real estate and saw a listing for 15 Oakwood Drive, Elena's absolute fantasy home. She had dragged me to open houses there years ago. "Look at those skylights," she used to sigh. "I would kill for a kitchen island that big." The asking price was $290,000. I offered $310,000 in cash, waived the inspection, and asked for a 10-day close. The sellers accepted immediately. I kept it quiet, but the real estate agent posted a photo on Instagram. "Congrats to the mystery cash buyer of the Oakwood estate." Within an hour, my phone blew up. Elena. "Oh my God, who bought it? I need to know." Sarah. "Saw someone snagged your dream spot. Weird coincidence." I ignored them all. Moving day was glorious. I hired a white glove moving service and made sure the trucks were visible to the whole town. That Saturday, I threw a massive housewarming party. I invited old friends and colleagues, but explicitly left my family off the list. Naturally, they crashed it. Elena walked in first, jaw on the floor, then Sarah with her children. Finally, my parents, holding a bottle of cheap champagne, like they were guests of honor. "This place is unreal," Elena whispered, running her hand along the marble countertops. How did you pay for this?" She froze when she saw me holding a drink, smiling. "Hello, Elena," I said. Sarah stepped in. "We heard about the party. This house is stunning." "Offshore drilling," I said flatly. "It turns out when you aren't funding a cheating spouse's lifestyle, money piles up fast." Elena stepped closer, looking tearful. "I made mistakes, but this was our dream house." "You're right," I nodded. "Right before you told me I'd never be man enough to buy it. Right before you found Mark." "Security," I signaled to my buddy Marcus. "Please show these guests the exit." "We're your family," Sarah shouted. "Family doesn't side with the person who destroyed my life," I replied. As Marcus guided them toward the door, Elena turned back one last time. "Don't you think you're being petty?" I looked around my living room. the floor to ceiling windows, the fireplace she had obsessed over for years. This is just me living my best life, I said, without any of you in it. The heavy oak door slammed shut with a satisfying thud. They haven't stopped calling. Elena is being evicted from her apartment and wants to reconcile. Sarah needs a loan for her kids' tuition. My parents think I'm heartless, but I'm done. Some bridges should remain burned. Besides, the look on their faces when they realized the failure was living in their dream home, that was worth every penny.